Good afternoon. This is BreiEndia, my 90-day self-journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. I am having a blessed morning. I was able to get myself into a very lovely spiritual cleanse bath and enjoy the moment of the morning. And this is the 4th of July, 2020. And I must say I'm thankful, grateful, and blessed. I will be remaining in my home as I prepare myself for the week and the weekend. And I am very comfortable today as far as my thoughts and emotions. They are not heightened in a negative way, they are heightened in positivity. Ultimately, everything, like I said before, that's going on in the world, it is happening because there is a transformation that is occurring right around us, right in front of us, in our lives and around us. And I'm very excited about the many things that are to come. So like I was saying before, am only preparing myself for the greatness of our world, our nation, of the U.S., and my city in particular, Baltimore City. There will be changes in the DMV, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and I am thankful to be blessed. The favor of the Lord is very comforting, and to have his presence surrounding me is the best thing ever. Every day I only seem to grow stronger and wiser. And as I open up to you all today is going to be, and I had taken some notes because I really felt really touched this morning by just everything. The weather's nice, by the way. My mommy washed my hair today, so I let her do her thing and picked it out for me, picked out my curls. And ultimately, today is my self-time management day. I want to be able to start developing the format of managing my time properly. The timeline of this world has been a very long drawn out one. There's been so much from the past that's outdated, that hasn't been able to be unraveled and healed and sealed completely by the people that it needs to be healed and sealed by. And like I was telling you before, I'm breaking a lot of cycles in my life that I no longer want to continue to let repeat themselves. So with time management, I'm going to be scheduling things because when it comes to branding my businesses and branding myself, entrepreneurship doesn't seem like something that is something you can tiptoe through, but nor is it something that you can rush through. By the way, these are my grandma makes these. She is always on her time, so it's called Sister Seams. And I love her dearly. I was able to spend time with her and my mother, my siblings, and my father. They went fishing, and there's just a matter of just spending time with family. As today is a blackout, and I will be very firm to say, let it be a blackout in the sense of not honoring the holiday if you choose to do so, but honor it in the sense of, we are American. If you are born here and this is where you've established yourself, understand that you have rights and that you have the freedom to be who you are and to become who you are meant to be. And there shouldn't be any hindrances or fear blocking you from understanding that there's no illusion that you need to stay stuck in. You can get out of the illusions of fear and allow yourself to go as far and as wide as you choose to in your heart. And with self-time management for me, I am looking at it like, yes, I am starting kind of off kind of low. As far as all of the things I did in my past, you would anticipate me to be, or I was anticipating myself to be, a lot further in my life. Having gone in the military and traveled so many different places, studied and researched different things, studied to be a medical doctor. And right now in 2020, I don't have a stable husband or family or children of my own just yet. But I've accepted that it's not on my timing, it's on God's timing, just as much as I'm living in a Section 8 facility and I got EBT, food stamps. I'm definitely in a studio apartment, no bedroom. I live in my living room is attached to my bedroom, and I got a kitchen and a closet and a bathroom. And that's really all I need. It's only one of me. But ultimately, I accept and I'm grateful for what I have. I realize that the materials that I do desire to have for my future are literally just that. They're materials. And I can shift and make as many changes as I desire to. But there are things that I have to do that aren't based off of, materials. I want to have a home. I want to have a house. That is the goal. So living below my means is okay for me because I'm building for something bigger. I want to have, the grand things that I desire, but I understand that I have to take my time and work for them a little bit harder than I worked before, and that's okay. And when it comes to time management, today is important for me to start getting myself back on the schedule and managing every ounce of time that exists in my life. And starting over is seemingly a headache in the beginning, but like I said, living I was under unemployment, homeless veteran, living in my car, car going up and down, debt out the wazoo from college. And it's been a crazy, 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 crazy ride. But I won't allow myself to be defeated or broken down by it because this is a temporary moment, because there is going to be a lot of great things that come out of allowing God to order my steps in this lifetime. And things will happen and unfold. And I have to do the work myself as well. But ultimately, my faith is what I'm dependent on right now. And I have blocked out a lot of outside noise and a lot of things that have been kind of discouraging. But the great thing about starting over this time is that I'm not starting over from scratch and no knowledge and, from confusion or from lies or following other people's standards or believing in people and friends and all of that. I don't have to do any of that. I'm believing in myself, and I'm starting over with experience. I'm starting with knowing that I know a lot. I know a lot of things, and I have a lot of strength and a lot of wisdom, and I am divinely guided by the creator of all things, just as well as all of God's children are. And it's such a blessing to be able to know that I have so many things that I can be and become from here even, and utilizing all the things that I've learned in the past. I wanted to become a lieutenant in the Army and join certain organizations in college and out of college and around me, and be a part of certain sisterhoods and family events and all these things that I just wanted to be a part of. And I no longer care or desire to be a part of anybody's journey in life. If I'm not welcome, then I'm not going to force myself into any situation that I'm not welcome in. And that is why I'm welcoming myself, and I open my heart and I leave my heart open. But ultimately right now, it's about me. And that is because this is my life. As I mentioned yesterday, I come first in my life. And I am going to keep that value growing as I grow physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and then socially. Because being social is only necessary when it comes to, like I said, establishing myself with like-minded people in business and growth and entrepreneurship, because that is where I'm embarking on this journey this time around. And that's not the only thing I'm doing, but ultimately I like to set my mind to the challenges of the things that are seemingly dying, but yet as a person who considers themselves a creator, I understand that yes, some things will die of the past simply because new things need to come out into fruition. And I'm just so excited about everything that is going to take place moving out of 2020 and into 2021 and the years to follow. This has been a rough year, not just for myself, but I understand it's been rough for a lot of people, between the Black Lives Movement, white supremacy, spiritual attacks, confusion, people losing their jobs and their homes, stuff shifting around you, and you're not really understanding what's going on. And you may understand what's going on, but you may be just in fear of where to go next. So I just encourage and I send love to everyone to understand that if you are a person who is forced to start over, allow that to be a chance for you to let go of the feeling of wanting to be in control of the world And as I had self-control yesterday, I learned to gain self-control over me. There's nobody else that I need to control, and no thing in this world that I should be trying to control, because there are people who are in the generations before me who are already maneuvering in what they've learned and gained knowledge about in order to make effective changes. And the most I can do is be in their supportive corner as best as I can. I am choosing not to march and not to do a lot of protesting or partake in violence, because I understand that there is a place and a role that I have in this world. And it is a matter of recognizing that I've already done a lot of those things. I've never given up on the evolving idea of Black people in this country, of the indigenous people in this country, of the people who were brought here as slaves in this country. And I understand that we are all descendants of, the oppressors as well as these oppressed. Some of us, have been cross-stitched, and now we are descendants that have a lot of weight on our shoulders, because we cannot be silent anymore. We are not the silent generation. And ultimately, I'm thankful that as I am growing and I'm evolving, I don't limit myself to, I got to do XYZ before I'm 30. I got to do XYZ before this age or that age. I might live to be 250 years old. Okay, but ultimately, that's a part of mind frame. That is a part of looking at myself and understanding that, you can read the Bible and see that there were people that lived up into 900, 800, So ultimately, when I look at the bigger picture and the broader aspect of life itself, I understand that life is truly what you make it, and it's truly what you allow it to be for you. And so, back to the drawing board with the time management. But like I said, I may be starting over, but I'm starting with experience. I'm starting with knowledge. I'm starting with strength. I'm starting with the ability to know that I am protected, and that I have a very good, comforting spirit, and that no matter who I'm around, I bring positivity. And if there is any threat that is trying to come after me, it can't. There is a protective barrier around my spirit, around my body, that you cannot touch, because I have a destiny to fulfill. And I am going to fulfill it in this lifetime, in this body, and in this world. And I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm blessed. And I only speak these things because I would like for anyone who is doubting themselves, who knows that they have a purpose to fulfill and something to do. Just because you've been doing something that you used to, if you lost that job, understand that you got to brush it off, accept it, and move forward into the things that actually are for you. If you haven't lost that job, but you feel like you're in the wrong place, still work on the things that you need to be working on, but balance it out. Work and save towards investing into that thing that you're supposed to be doing in this world. If you're in love with music or the things that seem like they don't come easy, understand that there is other things that you should be doing to try to prepare yourself for that breakthrough. But you have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to do the footwork. You have to be willing to actually, be faithful to paying, your tithes and your offering to the society we live in. Not because, you are confused about the fact that you may look at it like I'm being religious. I'm not. I'm just simply saying what you give is what you get. If you're not willing to work for something, what makes you think that you're going to be able to receive something and you haven't even worked for anything? You have to be willing to put your energy and time into also being a person who gives, so that when you receive, you will be humble to receive it. And humility is a thing that I have very deeply embedded in me, because I know that when I have a lot, I always am willing to give. And when I have nothing, I now understand that I am not asking to receive from people. I'm receiving from the spirit that is dwelling within me of grace. And I'm very thankful to be blessed. And I send blessings and love to everyone all over the world, the U.S., the nations around us. And thank you all for the supporters who have been fighting for and behind the people in this country who are being oppressed and haven't even realized it or are lost. And we appreciate you. And I send my love. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day today. Try to stay out of harm's way, be safe, and keep your faith. And this is BreiEndia and my 90-day self-journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. God bless.